Coming up on 6:35, the search is on for a new CEO over at Land's End. This comes after Frederica Marchioni stepped down from her role on Monday.
So Dr. Hart Posen with UW-Madison's Business School is here to talk about the recent news. Good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So I emailed you. I was doing some research on this yesterday. I emailed you a quote that Frederica Marchioni told CBS this morning in May of 2015, right after she started, saying, "I always make every company succeed, and even more than succeed from the expectations." 18 months later, what happened?
She was given a heck of a hard, tough job, number one.
That job being?
Land's End has been in a challenging position for a number of years. The acquisition by Sears a number of years ago did nothing good for the brand. In fact, you know, if you think about LLB and you think about Sears at the same time, this tends to undermine the value of this sort of classic American brand. But I think the bigger problem is that LL Bean, for a long time, has and continues to have sort of...
Land's End. Yeah.
Sorry, Land's End, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it goes to the point, confusion about who their rivals are.
Sure.
Right.
Are they competing with Abercrombie and the Gap? Are they competing with LL Bean? Are they competing with a middle-aged fashion sort of brand? It's not really clear, is it?
They don't know who they want to be, and that's part of the problem here.
I think that's a substantial problem, and since the Sears takeover, the objective has been to make Land's End into more of a fashion brand.
Yeah.
That's going to be awfully hard to do, particularly because of the damage done by the Sears acquisition and the location of Land's End stores within Sears.
So Marchioni came from Dolce & Gabbana. She was supposed to come here and try to go to exactly what you're talking about, appeal to younger, appeal to more fashionable senses. Where do you see Land's End going from here if this was a failure?
Yeah, that's very hard to say. You know, she was brought in to make it, to sort of move it up a notch on the fashion scale, and this was the board's decision.
Right.
And I think the answer to your question depends on whether the board's decision is to find someone else to continue in that direction, or to change course. It's not self-evident that a move towards higher fashion is the right or the only answer for Land's End.
So Professor Posen, in that same interview on CBS this morning, she said, "I need time." She said this is the kind of thing that happens with time.
Yeah.
She wasn't given time. I mean, we have about half a minute left. Is the next person, I mean, this is a pretty tough world these days.
Yeah. I don't think the next person is going to be given any more time than she was given. And in some sense, it suggests to me that continually setting up this person to fail, because the task she was tasked with isn't an 18-month task.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's a tough road ahead for Land's End.
Yeah,
a lot of jobs.
stuff.
A lot of jobs on at stake.
A lot of jobs, and I hope it works out. But
yeah. Professor Posen, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it a lot.